So we're here today at Midtown Terrace with Rufus, and Rufus is going to tell us...
Yeah, Midtown Tennis Association.
Midtown Tennis Association, and Rufus is going to tell us about the situation here.
Well, thank you. This is a great opportunity. Rufus Watkins with Midtown Tennis Association, and this is our Unity concert. We are here to celebrate our achievements and what's going on here in Midtown. We are here to save our homes from City Hall. And that's what we are fighting for. We're looking for more people to come out and help us, and that's it. Are you want some more?
So what's the situation there? What's the situation? Why do people need to help you, and what is the government's relationship with Midtown, and what's the history of Midtown? Can you explain a little bit?
Yeah, the history of Midtown goes way back. It's like urban renewal. It goes back to like in the 60s, and it's like a makeup for the problems that happened, the injustices happening in the 60s. So I've been here like over 47 years, and we are here. Here in Midtown, we want to save our homes, and that means that we want to rehab, but not demolition. We want to have an opportunity to own as well.
And right now, what are the current plans?
The current plans are in flux right now. We are talking to the city as well as other government representatives. But right now in the flux, we have a lot of great community support from people like Dean Preston, from the community, as well as Ross Mercarimi and so on. And we want to have them to sit down with us and have a genuine plan for rehab of Midtown. We want to have Midtown around for the next 50, 60 years, but we need help from all of San Francisco to realize what's going on. We don't want to have an urban renewal 2.0. We get rid of people of color and so on. So we want to have a dialogue of just saving our home, rehab the place so we don't need rehab, and have an opportunity to ownership is something we want to own, but we want people to continue to stay here and don't get displaced.
So, can you tell me a little bit of history about like this place is being threatened with demolition? Is that correct? Or what are they planning to do exactly? Or what's the history? How long has this conflict been going on? And how did it start? Did they just decide arbitrarily they're going to tear down the place and tell you?
Well, no, we've been having meetings with the city MOH, Mayor's Office of Housing, as well as Mercy, a nonprofit developer, and they want to take down 2 buildings and make it like a ADA accessible building on the two blocks of Gary Street, these 2 blocks here. But also too, they want to rehab the other 4 buildings. And we just looking at, if you think of, a lot of people think of demolition, that means displacement. They say, well, you need to for us to put new buildings, you can have demolition. But we are fighting back. We want to have rehab, and we want to see how that works, because we just want to make sure everything is solid and sound. If we don't want to have no shakeup. That means we don't want to be caught off guard and say, well, you guys can't come back. We want to make sure that everything is solidified in writing, and make sure that who wants to own, that can own, who wants to stay here, stay here. But this been going on for the last couple years. And so we are meeting with them monthly, Mayor's Office of Housing and Mercy, with our community and hammering out ideas. Right now, everything's in flux right now. But with community support, it really helped us to sit down with Mayor's Office of Housing as well as Mercy. And we're working as a team. But one of the biggest reasons why our community support really cares about Midtown. The Democratic Socialists, Democratic America Socialists, Haight-Ashbury, a D5, and so on. A lot of great people care about Midtown, who wants to keep Midtown as a beacon of hope in the city of San Francisco. And without people, with a lot of community support, we did it, but our community support got us where we at. So we have been fighting this great fight. Just wanted to make sure that we at the table together. and making sure that we can have a genuine plan of rehab. And like again, I go back to you asked me again how long it's been going on for at least about 5 or 6 years.
Right. Is there anything, are the buildings structurally sound, or is there actually something that needs to be?
Well, they had a lot of deferred maintenance, and we know that. And the buildings are structured because Western Addition is it's not landfill, it's hard ground, whatever you want to call it. But we had a lot of deferred maintenance. We want to get that, but that's part of the rehab. We want to make sure that all the deferred maintenance is taken care of in a good professional form. And and some people say, well, we can rehab instead of demolition. So that's the debate right now.
Right. So why was the maintenance deferred?
That's a good question because they have different ways of saying that the maintenance was deferred. This is city-owned property, and city is the landlord, and they should have known better that why not? They should have enacted on maintenance right away, but they did not. So now they making amends for it. And so that's what's going on.
And is there a relationship between what's going on in Midtown and the plan supported by our mayor-elect to privatize public housing?
I don't know with that scenario right there, Harry. I don't know about that one.
Right.
And that's her own goal. I don't know.
Well, she voted on some legislation, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. This is separate from that. I'd be honest if I would have knew that.
Right. Okay. Anything else you want people to know about this community? How many people live here?
Well, there's 139 families that live here, and it's a great atmosphere with kids. I grew up here. I went to St. Thomas Elementary School up there in Bush and Steiner. I went to junior high school now. It's a football field across the street from Sacred Heart Cathedral. It's called Cathedral Intermediate. Then I went to St. Ignatius in the city. So I grew up here in the city of San Francisco. But Midtown is my home, and it's a great place. A lot of great people live here. Well-known Dr. Goodley, who's a well-known doctor in the street. One part of the street by City Hall is named after him, Goodley Way, I think it is. But it's a great group of people here, and people should get involved. We meet every Thursday evening at New Liberation Church from 6:30 to 7:30. You can come and talk to the tenants and find out our next plan. So we have people.
Where is New Liberation Church for people to come?
New Liberation Church is on Divisadero Street. I think off my head, I think it's 1100 Divisadero Street. Off my head, I think it's at Divisadero, and across the street is church, New Liberation Church.
And so how many children live here?
I mean, I don't know how many children, but there's 139 units here.
139 units.
I mean, 139.
And they're both they're both children and elderly here.
Yeah, elderly, children, as well as the whole gamut.
And if their units were demolished, what do you think would happen?
Well, we can move out. The goal is to move outside, to move out, and then come back after they remodel everything. That's the plan. That's why we want to make sure we have everything in writing, make sure we have everything together.
In triplicate.
What's that?
In triplicate.
I didn't hear you.
You better have it in triplicate.
Yes. We want to make sure everything is solidified. That's why the community support coming handy, and that's because we learned from the past what happened before in the 60s of urban renewal of the Western Addition.
But yet the black establishment hasn't been coming through. That's my impression. The black establishment doesn't come through the way they should to support you.
Yes, you're right. I mean, as of right now, we have some, but we don't have some of the so-called black establishment. But we have some like Archbishop King from St. John Coltrane.
Yes.
We have a gentleman who owns the Origin nightclub. We have some prominent black African Americans here, but the quote that you see in the newspaper are not here. And we have more people from outside our own community who wants to help us. Outside community, that means non-black people come and help San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is, but that's the beauty of San Francisco. You get all kinds who care about San Francisco. You don't have to have your own to help you. You can have outside
The sad thing is, you know, people who are your own, quote unquote, often don't help you the way they should.
That's on them. We have some. I can't speak for them, but we do have some. But you know, the old saying say, if somebody will give me some help, I'm going to take it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.